LeBron James chose Philly over the Warriors, Cavs, and Heat. I don't know what else to say. LeBron is part of the Sixers. It's going to be an unbelievable team with Maxey, Edgecombe, him, Dean Wade, and Joel Embiid. This is about to be freaking nuts. I don't know what else to say. I'm so shocked. I'm on freaking Jupiter right now, bro. They said Jupiter makes you stupider, but if LeBron's there, bro, I guess we're going where LeBron goes. But I have nothing else to say. I mean, I have so much to say actually, but yeah, this is my first video, so I don't know what I'm doing. But hey, I mean, bro, LeBron's a Sixer, so we have to talk about this. This is something that's I would say vitally important to the NBA ecosystem. Okay, let me break this down. LeBron James chose Philly over the Warriors, Cavs, and Heat. Why? That's what I'm trying to think. Why? I know it's winning, but why would he not let... Like, if he was going to wait it out, if I was LeBron... I mean, which I'm not. I wish I was. Not really, but you know what I'm trying to say, guys. But if I was LeBron, why wouldn't I want to push AD getting moved? They talked about Rich Paul trying to do that. Clutch Sports is trying to get AD moved to either the Cavs or the Warriors. Why not go to Golden State? I feel like Golden State was the best location for him. But hey, whatever he does, and we're gonna watch, and we're all gonna be watching. That's for sure. LeBron in Philly is such a freaking phenomenal thing, and I truly think it's gonna be something that's sensational and something that's just so incredible. Like, who's stopping that team? I mean, New York. I don't know if the Knicks can do it. I'm not gonna lie. I think Philly might be the top. Like, oh man, I think their depth is so they don't have depth. Like, they have Phylon, they have Simons, like they have Anthony Simons, but like those are two guards. They don't have the wing depth. I think that's something that they're missing. That's so critical. They lost Quentin Grimes, obviously lost Paul George, but they got Jaylen Brown back. It was a phenomenal. They got Dean Wade. I don't know if they have the depth. That's all I'm saying, because how much can we rely on a team that's... Joel Embiid is such an... How important is... I think Joel Embiid's value to this team just increased by so much, because obviously Embiid was like leaned on to be like the top scorer and before this last season, and Maxey obviously took a lot of that burden this year with Edgecombe's resurgence. Like, how great is that for them? But now, how much do you need Embiid? More rather than as a scorer, you need him to be an all-around center. You need him to be someone who's going to be a shot blocker, someone who's going to be great on defense, someone who's going to come out with that intensity and slap the floor. I know Joel is not that guy, but can he be someone who becomes more of a... Like, obviously, LeBron's going to be the more guy who's going to facilitate. He's going to be more into playmaking, be in that Trey Sherry role, like that what he was at the end of the season with the Lakers. But how much more importance has Embiid gained? I feel like Joel Embiid is the most important player on the Sixers team, just because if he adapts to this new role, because he's so uber talented, he can give you 30 every night, depending on his health, and that's a big what if. But if he can lean into this new role of becoming a true center who can space out the floor, play great on defense, which we've seen him do during his MVP season, he was a really solid defensive piece. Like, I don't know why people think... Especially, I usually used to think that Embiid was not that great of a defender, but he is a really solid defender. If they can get that out of him, his mobility is obviously, whatever, but he's really good in that sense. I feel like if he buys into this role, it's going to be hard, but Nick Nurse has the team. He has a team. He has a squad. Nick Nurse has now coached the 2019 Raptors also, and that team was obviously different, but man, Nick Nurse has a big job ahead of him, having Joel Embiid buy into this. But I think with one guy, if you have a leader like LeBron, managing the egos of that team, and Jaylen Brown, Embiid does have an ego. I like Joel a lot, but I think he has a tiny bit of an ego. He's a former MVP. Like, who wouldn't, right? He's a stud on all levels, and this is going to be incredible. This is going to be freaking incredible, and I'm so excited to see how Nick Nurse utilizes all of these, like, chess pieces. You have three queens, like, on a chessboard. He has three queens out there that can do anything. I think Jaylen Brown has to take that step back almost a little bit, not being that third 29 point per game, whatever he averaged last year, to coming down to like 20, 22. Like, I really do think he's going to have to come down there, and it's going to be crazy. I think the way they do it... No, I think, actually, you know what? I would say Jaylen Brown will go like 25, 24 points per game. Tyrese Maxey probably goes for like 27, maybe, I would say, on a 27, 26, around the same range as him, and Jaylen Brown will be relatively similar. You need Edgecombe to be more of like a Derek White type of player. You know, you would want that ideally. You need Derek White from. It's a big ask, but they're shooting guard and center and Joel and Edgecombe are so talented. They have so much talent, and they have everything. If they buy into these rules, I think Philly could be a serious one of the biggest threats. I think they're the best threat out of the East to win the championship. I think New York is obviously still a champion, but I don't know how much the loss of Mitchell Robinson is going to be. How? Because Mitch was a big part of that team, but this is not about the Knicks. This is about the Sixers, and the Sixers fans better show out, man. You have LeBron on your team. You can win the whole thing. You better not choke. The pressure is on in Philly. If they don't start out hot, if they don't have a good regular season, this thing's going to crumble. I really do think it's going to crumble. LeBron signing a 2-year deal is way more important than him signing a 1-1. Whew. Philly has a big, big task at hand. I do think so. I'm going to state this out there. I think if Philly does not live up to the expectations, will LeBron leave? I'm not trying to put that out in the open, but if LeBron leaves, if this season does not go good, there's a lot of questions in Philly. Nick Nurse's future will be in question. Only person who's probably safe is Tyrese Maxey, I would say, and Edgecombe, maybe. But this is going to be crazy. I'm so excited to see how this next season, you got the East is stacked. It's stacked just off the top of the head. New York, Toronto. I think Toronto is so underrated. I don't. Scotty Barnes, you have Jordan and Pippen right there. Scotty Barnes and Kawhi Leonard pending the aspiration thing, which I'll make a video about later. But Kawhi Leonard is that seems to be, they have almost come to a conclusion on that. And man, you have Philly, you have Boston, you have Indiana with Tyrese coming back, which I don't think he'll take too big of a step back from. But this is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be nuts. I've been tweaking out for the last hour, probably thinking about talking to people just like, you know, across the internet, basically random people yapping about LeBron. But I mean, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be nuts with LeBron coming in. How is he gonna fit in? He will buy into his role. I'm concerned about the guys around him. How can LeBron use his leadership skills to have them buy in? I want to believe yes. I hope Embiid stays healthy, and I want to see this team go head-to-head against the Knicks, the Thunder, the Spurs. Like, think about those matchups right there. That's going to be great. And, yeah, on the flip end, let's talk about this. Golden State, they lost huge. I felt like they have swinged and missed on everything. They took a shot at Giannis. They've taken shots at Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, anything. They landed Jimmy Butler, but, I mean, now he's off it. His ACL, man, and he's 30-something. He's in his 30s, about to go into late 30s, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a hard... I love Jimmy. I really do like Jimmy Butler, but how much of the Warriors... Steph's happiness. Draymond took a pay cut to come back here. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is nuts. Will Draymond Green leave the Warriors? I think that's a serious question people are not talking about. What if Draymond goes and joins them in Philly? I don't know, man. This is gonna be crazy. I feel bad for Steph. Obviously, the Warriors have countlessly failed every single time trying to support him with players. He has an extended prime that we rarely see among athletes, and they're not building around a guy like this. It's pretty disappointing and sad to see. I mean, I think, oh my days, there's so many things. The Cavs missed out big, but I feel like Cleveland was... If they had LeBron, they would have been way, way miles better. But I think they're gonna be Cleveland. You know, we can't expect too much from the Cavs anyway. And hopefully Mobley takes that leap that we've been talking about. But we gotta shut up if he's not gonna take it. You just gotta move on. And yeah, who else is Miami? I never thought Miami had a chance. Obviously, I feel bad for that YouTube assistant, but I don't think Miami ever had a chance. Ever had a chance of landing LeBron. Obviously, I shouldn't say that. They probably did have a chance, but I didn't think it was a serious thing, because if LeBron's leaving LA and he's thinking about winning, and Miami's not the spot, if he's thinking about happiness, would you rather play with Steph and Dre or Giannis and Bam? You know what I mean? Like, and that falling out they had with Miami, he didn't end Miami on the best of terms. He liked Miami, but it was not like the prettiest ending, you know? I feel like there's a little bit going on between him and Pat Riley. Like, they're good, but, you know, those are two guys right there. But this is crazy. I think Philly needs wing depth. I think that's something that's super important. unless they get big, like step ups from guys, and you know, they need wing depth. I think that's something super crucial. Hopefully they. I don't know if they. I think they're so are they hard capped? I think they're close to. I don't know if they're at the second apron yet, but they're pretty dang close now. But this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be nuts. This next year of NBA basketball, man, that first game, it better be LA versus Philly, or it better be something crazy like that. New York, Philly. Oh my days. Adam Silver, you like the money. I mean, come on now. Get them big Bens out the pockets. Like, let's go, dude. I'm so happy. I'm excited. As an NBA fan, this is nuts. This is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be an exciting year. It's gonna be an exciting. It's been one of the greatest off seasons of all time. I think so, in my personal opinion. I think there's no better off season than this. The drama, the twist, mixing the World Cup in there as a filler. It's been awesome, and I'm happy that this is actually finally over. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. This is my first video. You know, drop some suggestions for your boy. But now, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super hyped. Whew. Philadelphia, you got a chance. Go make the best of it.